TC Spiritual Shepherd. Welcome back to the Spiritual Shepherd YouTube channel. Today we're going to be getting into the gun. All right, we're going to be getting into God, universe, and nature. God universally expresses himself and impresses himself universally through nature. I'm going to put up a bunch of different pictures right here and keep this video short, but this is just a lot of proof that everything is sacred, geometrical. Everything is sacred, geometrical. And this is a not so secret in the spiritual realm, that when you look at that leaf, it is not just a leaf. Okay, it's not just for this type of thing, for us to do this type of thing too, all this type of stuff. It's really that is a very sacred thing. It goes through specific chemical stuff for us and for the earth, a cleansing. It cleanses the aura of the earth. So we have different auras of the earth, such as a desert, or such as the tropics, or such as a beach, or such as, a tundra or a rainforest. They all are auras within a specific field or ley lines of the earth. Now, to stay in conjunction, trees operate on specific frequencies, okay? From palm trees to pine trees, okay? Pine cones, flowers, even like snails and starfish, and all of this stuff is operating on a specific frequency to express itself based on its own sacred geometrical impression, okay? That is how much God is moving through that entity or through that being, okay? So there is God in the rock. There is God in the plant. There is God everywhere in all things nature, 100%. Even in the wood, because that wood came from a tree, which also is sacred geometrical. So you have to start to see that everything around you is sacred geometrical. Even electricity is sacred geometrical, meaning that if you can harness enough electricity, you can create literally divine electricity, which is what Nikola Tesla was talking about with alternating current. And obviously there's the direct current as well, which was more the Thomas Edison aspect of ingenuity. Okay. Now, one big thing is in this sacred geometrical pattern, there's flowers, roses, I am the main vine. You can even see how much biblical text speaks on like harvesting and going through the harvest, going through multitudes of different things like this. As well as there are certain fruits that are grown or that are recognized as abundant, such as grapes. And those also have a vine. There's also tomatoes, which are grown in abundance, but all fruits, all vegetables are made in abundance. You never see them grow one at a time or in ones. You see them grow in like 10s and in 20s. And that is a specific type of thing. That is showing that God universally expressing him and impressing himself through nature is also abundant in these things, not lacking things. Okay. It's actually showing how prosperous and, how prosperous and through prosperity and through abundance, and how abundant and prosperous this being is emitting through us, which is ultimately like our oversoul. So that we're all connected to this being, and ultimately we're living out this being through 8 billion right now, 8 billion plus beings, okay? And we're operating on different frequencies, each being. And so our ultimate goal on earth is to resynchronize with that as much as we can. Now, there's some people who are naturally in sync. Generally, we're born more naturally in sync, which is why a baby has, I guess you could say, like, why everyone loves babies, okay? And that's a big thing. And then as you get into your adult life, you tend to accumulate a lot of things that maybe you could let go of. And that is the lesson of life, is what we really grow up in our life, where we're like, oh, okay, I have to be flexible with my life. I have to let go of the things that no longer serve me. I have to accept the things that I really do like to bring into my life, et cetera, et cetera. And this type of mindset is really, really powerful when we can really tune that mindset to being in connection with nature, not outside of nature. Nature's not outside of me. Anything that I think is outside of me is not outside of me. It is me. It is me. Okay. And even there's so many different interconnections between everything. Okay. You have to be able to breathe. The tree and the lungs are the same thing. The tree produces the oxygen and takes your carbon dioxide. We are symbiotic beings, meaning that we need trees to survive ourselves, which means that cutting down those trees is also kind of like cutting off a lung. And then you wonder why you can't breathe. So there's that type of aspect too, where you have to start to see the shifting as we shift our paradigms and our diaphragms, as we start to really do that, you could start to see that mindset is a huge correlation to a lot of this stuff, that you have to start to look at even your bodies are made a specific way in sacred geometrical patterns, in specific frequencies, with specific numbers and specific vibrations. And all these vibrations emit and express themselves or emote themselves a specific way. As well as it's also, what do you continuously impress the subconscious mind with? Are they belief systems that are grounding yourself in positivity, that are grounding yourself in, up leveling and upheaval and really cultivating on that of above, okay? Focus my mind on that above, not that on the earth, okay? And here's the change and the action that comes forth with the change of direction. We really can start to live in the best vibrational direction, the best frequency direction that is really cultivating the best for us and others. The best for us and others. And it's by seeing that other people are us. We are all vibrational beings. We all are light beings. The illusion is the flesh. The illusion is that you are your body. Okay? Now, the empowerment is really realizing that you are beyond your body, that it's the causal body. Okay. So it is the thing that lives on once the body is let go of. Now we can breathe uplifting radiance. We can breathe uplifting vibration. We can breathe frequencies. It's important to be swift as the wind, silent as the forest, fierce as the fire, unshakable as a mountain. Okay. And visible like the wee ether. Weather. The weather is the representation, the expression of us in connection and in conjunction with the ether, the wee ether, the weather. That's why you can even check out Instagram, We the Ether. I repost a lot of his stuff. And it's really cultivating to even wabi sabi. It's a Japanese aspect that nothing lasts. Nothing is ever finished. Nothing is perfect. Everything is showing that you can look at a broken glass. You can reshape it and fill all the holes and still make a bowl. It's the same thing. So we just get attached that a bowl has to look this way. We get attached that it has to look this way. It has to be this way. When it's changing. And that's exactly what the seasons do. And that's exactly what plants do. That's exactly... like if you don't eat the fruit long enough, it will turn into fertilizer and then build a healthier thing the next harvest. So it's always about reharvesting. And it's always about, that shows you conservation, which is conservation of the land, conservation of abundance, conservation of prosperity. And that's the type of conversation that we have to have as a global people. That's the type of conversation we have to have within our family. That's the type of conversation we have to have within our friends, that we are in connection with nature. If everyone grows a garden, there's no reason to pay Trader Joe's. There's no reason to pay Whole Foods. When everything's already organic, I can go to my neighbor and get it for half that price. And people would say, that will never work. That's like the biggest thing, that will never work. It works in a multitude of countries. Now imagine that you have that intelligence, that you use that you grow more food and that you cultivate more food, but also have the mindset of, I can be an entrepreneur, that I can actually be an online internet entrepreneur, that I can make that internet money, I can make the online money, that I could travel where I like to go, that I can, and it's also a different harvest of, you can harvest people. That's a big thing, is like you could start to harvest people's mindsets, where that's one main thing about this channel is like upheavaling and up leveling people's mindsets. And that's the type of fruit and the type of seeds that I plant within all of our subconscious minds, which is to ultimately that we can up level and that we can upheaval. And it's first by going back into nature, by realizing nature is us, that we are nature. You look at an ear, it looks like a mushroom. If you cut an onion open, it looks like the Doppler effect and it looks like electricity wavelengths. When you cut a fruit open, it has the torus and the divine sacred geometrical patterns of the flower of life all throughout it. The flower of life is sacred geometrical. The platonic solids are the 5 platonic solids that create all of life that you can ever see around you. Everything that you see around you is made of the 5 platonic solids. Okay, and the reason why it's platonic is not because he invented it, it's because he discovered it. It's just like discovering electricity. It's just like we discover things. All of these things are already around us. You can draw water out from the ether. You can draw water from the air. It just has to be a specific frequency. Not only that, you could do the same thing. It's just like reverse precipitation. I'm sorry, it is precipitation. But then there's reverse precipitation where, I think maybe it's respiration. There's a multitude of things that you could do. You could turn water into air. You could turn air into water. Okay. You could do a multitude of things, guys. We have free electricity. We have things that are beyond 5G. We have things that are beyond our small cellular devices that we are all idealizing and idolizing like it's an idol. And we have things that are bigger than our computers, but the things, our vibrational consciousness, our consciousness intelligence scale, okay, our conscious ability is too low as a global collective. And at that point is as we rise that to 5D, we're going to have free technology. We're going to be driving. I'm not even talking like solar panel cars. I'm not even talking. I mean, that is more 5D, but I'm talking about that we're going to have a car that is generating energy for the earth. So it's actually helpful to drive a car rather than harmful to drive a car. And people will say, this is utopian, this is crazy, this is socialism or communism. No, this is beyond all of that. It's beyond all of that. And the people who see will see, and the people who hear will hear, and the people who do not, they will cast it out and they'll hate it and they'll dislike it and they'll want to kill it. And they'll want to harm Earth because they don't understand Earth. They will want to harm people because they don't understand who they are as themselves, as a person or as a being ultimately, because we're not persons. Person is personality and personhood and individuality. There is no individuality. It's all community. We're all one being. We are all one being. We're all cells of Mother Earth. There's 8 billion cells of Mother Earth, and we're all just operating. Some are out of pocket and some are in their bag. Some are actually really working properly for the betterment of a greater earth. You have to start to see a new earth, a replenishing of earth, which is Christ coming back. It's Christ consciousness. And it's first by the renewal of our minds that we'll be able to see this consciousness to begin with. And if we don't, like I said, people would cast it out. I'm going to leave this here. All of this stuff is based in nature. It's really cultivated that there's different frequencies of nature, and it's all based on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And I'll get into a numerology video next just to follow this, because there's no greater number than 9. There's no greater number than 9. 9 is the greatest number. 9 is the number of completion, which expresses themselves throughout nature. Peace, much love, namaste. This is ultimately talking about how nature is interconnected with everything. Check out everything below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Do all that fun stuff that you guys already like to do. There's stuff below. There's some free things below, as well as if you want to trade a 10K account, 25K account, 50K, 100K, or 200K account for a fraction of the price, okay, based on your budget, whatever your budget is, you can trade one of these accounts. We're also going through an October up level where you get a free 10K account when you sign up. And I'll even put my results right here where you guys can see this, that I've already made 4K this week. I've actually made like 7K this week. So I really want you guys to see that, but I'm up about 4 or 5K this week right now. Okay. Yesterday I made 1,300. The day before I made 4,200. We're winning, y'all, and we're really up leveling, and it's not about me. It's about us. It's about we. It's about cultivating us. And so I'm here to put you on. I'm here to help you out to up level your finances so that you could do what you like to do and enjoy your life and be in conjunction and sustainability with nature, which is that which you are. Peace.